In Canada's 160-year time span, the Great White North has remained very stable. Nothing compared to, say, France, who have had 5 republics in the past 230 years. However, in the 1920s, Canada experienced its most unstable time in history. This story can start at multiple different points. It can either start in 1911 with the election of Robert Borden, 1919 with the death of Wilfrid Laurier, 1926 and its election, but I will be starting in 1920, more specifically July 10th, 1920. On this day, 8th Prime Minister of Canada, Sir Robert Borden, resigned the office of Prime Minister. He was replaced by a fellow Conservative politician, Arthur Meehan. The following year, on December 6, 1921, elections were held to decide the 14th Parliament of Canada. 67% of all eligible Canadians voted, and with 118 seats, just enough for a majority, Liberal candidate William Lyon Mackenzie King won the election and formed the government. In second place was not the Conservatives. For the first time in Canadian history, a major third-party candidate received votes. The Progressives under Thomas Crerar got second. A union of like-minded individuals, however, lacked purpose as they were just progressives, not exactly progressive on anything in particular. Because of this division, the Progressives actually refused to accept the title of Leader of the Opposition, passing it down to the Conservatives in third. Despite this embarrassing defeat, the Conservatives kept Arthur Meehan on as leader, which was fairly common in those days. King managed to keep the support of the House and made it to the next election in 1925. By this time, Progressive leader Thomas Crerar defected and joined the Liberals. The 1925 election is when the story starts to get very interesting. This election was the most confusing, headache-inducing in Canadian history. Here are the facts. Conservative leader Arthur Meehan received a plurality of seats, 115 seats, voted blue, 8 shy of the 123 needed for a majority. In a normal election, he would be invited to form a minority government. However, William Lyon Mackenzie King, leader of the Liberals and Prime Minister of Canada, who received 15 less seats than Meehan on 100, was invited to form a minority government. This was possible as he received conditional support from the 22 Progressives. This put King's Liberals in a coalition with 122 seats. Governor-General of Canada, Lord Julian Byng of Vimy, agreed with an outraged Meehan that the Conservatives should have been able to perform government and that the Liberal-Progressive Pact was corrupt. However, he found there was no legal path for refusing to allow King to continue serving. Having lost his seat in the election, King asked the member for Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, to resign his seat, as it was one of the safest seats in the country. King won easily. With King back in Parliament, a huge scandal rocked the King cabinet when one of his appointees was discovered to be accepting bribes from a male lover. Expecting a vote of censure from the Commons, King asked the Governor-General to resign. Byng refused. King then resigned on June 28, 1926. Meehan was then invited to form the government. King claimed that was interference in Canadian politics by an official appointed by a foreign power. As he believed the Governor-General shouldn't be allowed to refuse an election, King showed rare fire and rallied the Progressives back into his camp. He defeated Meehan on a vote of confidence after only 3 days, which made the Meehan government of 1926 the shortest lasting government in Canadian history. This time, Byng called an election. The election of 1926 was heated. On the 14th of September 1926, Liberal leader William Lyon Mackenzie King received 116 seats, forming a minority government. Meehan lost 24, going down to 91. The Progressives only won 11 and wouldn't exist in a decade's time. The Conservatives suffered from disproportional transition from votes to seats. In particular, in Manitoba, Meehan's party captured almost 40% of the vote, twice the vote share of any other party, but no seats. Byng returned to Britain at the end of the year and was raised to the rank of Viscount as an expression of confidence in him. After his party's defeat and the loss of his seat, Meehan resigned as Conservative leader. And that was the most unstable time in Canadian history, the 1920s. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like and subscribe for more content like this.